Hello and welcome back to the Argonian adventures. I think last time we spotted that our heir was second in line to Hellstrom via his father. And well, in the comments it was mentioned again, so I decided to have a quick look at it. And I realised the situation is even better than we would have initially thought. So, our sister-in-law here is 32 with no children. That immediately makes it very likely that our heir is going to be the one who will eventually inherit that title, because it's very likely that our husband is going to inherit, which means it's very likely that our heir is going to inherit, which means that everything is very likely to work out just as it is. But then I noticed that things are actually pretty bad for her, because she has an aggravated wound and an infected wound and is wounded. Things are not going well for her. She is definitely not feeling well, and I suspect that's going to work out fantastically for us in theory. Now we could plot to kill her, but I mean, RP-wise, that's not really our thing. I guess you could say it's ambitious, but it's not really many of the other things we have going on, at least as I see it. I think I'm happy to just let that situation, you know, exist. We'll see where it goes. I mean, at worst, she has a child, and then in a future generation, we're like, oh, you know what, we would like that land. We just have to kill down the line, right? And eventually we know it will link back into our line as long as we do it correctly. So, yeah. We'll be fine. Anyway, in terms of other things for us, what have we got to do? Nothing immediately. We've got nothing building because we don't quite have enough money and prestige to make that work. We could potentially declare war. We don't quite have enough for an activity. We're in an odd spot. Do we have enough for a hunt? Let me just do these here. Yes, we do have enough for a hunt. Hist Communion, I should do that with as well. Feast, sure. Give me a feast notification. And then university, sure. Okay, so hunt and feast. We could go for another very quick hunt. Try and get ourselves some more prestige if we think that we need that. Prestige is very useful because it leads into fame, and fame gives us troops. So it's an idea. I think it's probably worth doing because we're waiting for troops to reinforce no matter what we do, pretty much. So let's maybe go for a very quick hunt. Yeah, let's do that. Gonna do some falconry again, and we're gonna do that in I guess we're gonna do that in Weeping Wamasu here. Oh, actually this one has a lot, looks greener, but it's not, it doesn't have as many positives. Huh. Yeah, I don't know, unless no holding is a better positive than that one. It might be that no holding is... That's no holding plus wetlands. So it looks like that green is a lot darker color, but I don't know. This one seems to have 2 pluses, so let's go with that. Actually, do we have 2 pluses up here? Oh, we have 3 pluses with jungle. Okay, so it looks like the neon green is not actually the best. Huh. Anyway, we have 3 pluses up here, so let's do that one. We take these off just to see how dangerous it is. A jungle stalker is kind of required, a forder isn't. Then what we're going to do is we're going to... Yeah, we're going to go with the lowest amount of people. Lowest amount... Well, we want the prestige. Is that really going to cost me that much? Because it's falconry, it costs an extra 95. Oh. If I cancel this... What if I do it without falconry? What if I just do a normal one? In the hunting grounds. Without the forder. That does not cost an extra 95. Oh, okay. So we go low here, high here. That's fine. Our goal could be to slay the beast, which would get us some prestige, I guess. It's going to cost us a lot of money. Guest-wise, we want to take out everybody who we don't need to take. So courtiers, I think, are fine. But everyone else is going to take longer. A bunch of them are going to say no, but that's okay. Knights? Yeah, that seems fine. Everyone's on 23 days. Right, let's start the hunt. Let's go. Hired our jungle stalker and off we go. Call of the road. We finally have the traveler trait, which is just a little bit of diplomacy. It's just because you travel a lot. A duel demanded. You are a stranger, lady, and therefore I have no interest in you or your fight. We'll simply leave. We have made camp. 71% success chance. Ooh, okay. One of them assembles the party as the sun rises over the hunting grounds nestled in Idazidin's jungle. After piecing together information from the few local gamekeepers, there is some talk about tracks and fumes nearby. It prowls the jungle, swooping down to seize livestock from neighbouring settlements, instilling fear in the hearts of gatherers. One of them grins, this ought to be fun. Okay. So what's that? There's a bull netch. We could also go for a Nyx hound or a fox. Let's go for the bull netch, I guess. Hey, we got some, we got a new learning perk. Let's grab ourselves open-minded. We're taking open-minded because it's leading us to apostate. Right. And actually, that is quite a useful one, now that I think about it, because that does give us opinion with one minority vassals, which is anyone who's a different religion or culture, I think can go into that. And then different culture opinion is plus 15 as well. It's very, very nice for making sure that people don't just hate you for no reason. Anyway, I really need to move on with this event because it's got the weird cricket noises and I'm going crazy. While trying to scout the area for any tracks, I hear a familiar yet disturbing noise. Also, I think this is meant to say any followed by the name of the thing that you're tracking tracks, but that's why it has that weird double space. A small cliff racer, aggressively shrieking above us, chose to make itself known. Escaping might be the only option we have of returning home unscathed, but killing it ensures the safety of these lands. And so here it comes, or retreat. I think that we're more of a retreat kind of person in this particular situation. I think our previous characters would have taken these odds, mainly because I think our previous characters did take these odds. However, this character's got some level of self-preservation, so I guess we're going to take roaming beasts for 5 years. Which is not ideal. Cornering the bull netch. My champion, Chirasu, is the first to spot the herd. The creature abruptly surge upwards as we draw near, their distant calls echoing through the air as they withdraw into the dense undergrowth, emanating a menacing growl. We gather between the lone bull netch and the fleeing herd. Now the real chase. So we can ride after it. Steady, mind the brook, or this way we head it off. I think trying to get it with the bow makes more sense. Yeah. Oh, neighboring ruler lost war, so that's the tribunal temple lost against this person, the temple of Turin, which is nowhere near us. Okay, back down here. The foragers. The jungle truly is the mantle of the poor, but as the bull netch flees in panic from the foraging peasants, I feel my patience wearing thin. Surely there must be better things to do in Idazidin than picking roots and mushrooms. So I can drive this rabble out of my hunting grounds. A generous donation should keep them away long enough, or they are ancient rites, I suppose. Well, this appears to be a pious thing, so I guess we could do that. We could help them out. That's fine. Hunter trait experience went up. Nice. We watch for the bull netch from our concealed bowline, tensing with anticipation as the flusher's cries and baying hounds grow louder. The colourful male suddenly leaps into the clearing ahead, tentacles flailing, charging straight towards us in terror. Then say, he's mine. Stop, it is Chirasu's, so get Chirasu to kill it. Everyone loose or run away. We're gonna go with it. Our goal here is to slay a beast. Our goal here is to gain some prestige. Let's do it. The arrow misses. I carefully take aim as the bull netch charges towards us, tentacles pounding the leaves. The arrow sails past it, the bull netch quickly turning and disappearing into the dense trees. We failed the hunt, I think. Wait, did we? I guess not. We got some bull netch jelly, so we must have succeeded, but we failed to get the kill ourselves. Okay. Cool. So my spouse can have it, or I can have it. It's not very good. I think I'll give it to my spouse here. It does get some legitimacy though, which is quite nice, and we get some prestige, and these guys get 80 glory and dangerous beast slaying. Seems good. Alright, let's do it. Failed our intent, but succeeded at the hunt. Right. Yo, that's just saying that we got something new, but we didn't actually get something new, because what it does is it puts it into your inventory and then you give it to them, I believe. Also, have you noticed that House Dres has got smaller? I think there was an independence faction that triggered. Huh. Okay, we'll think about that in a second. Also, our legitimacy is now firmly at 3, which is fine. It's getting there. We're looking for 4 and 5, but, you know, it's going to take a while. Here, this one's at level 3, which is good. So, level 3 is this upgrading, which is fine. And then you're still at level... Well, you're still at level 1, but you're almost at level 2. It gets a bunch of opinion with a bunch of people. Cool. Well, given that this land just fell apart, is there anything within the Black Marsh? Well, Laura Sail is within the Black Marsh, so we should probably grab that, right? The bits at the top aren't. We could potentially grab them as well, but this one is literally within our realm. Like, this is within our default kingdom. I think this just makes sense. So we could seize the barony. Why are these... oh, you need more level of fame to seize the Kingdom of Shadowfen titles, and seizing all de jure land would assume you're trying to seize the Kingdom of Shadowfen. Okay, so barony is 50 if we do de jure. If we do conquer, it's 75. So I will do a de jure war for the barony. You're not strong enough. That's fine. Right. Let's raise some troops and let's go to war. I mean, this just seems like an easy war to do. We should just do it. Right. Troops are raised. Neighboring ruler has lost a war, so Coldmoor just lost a war against Leowin for the barony of Zisai, which is part of the Black Marsh. Oh, not ideal. Anyway, stag struggle. Our journey is violently interrupted by the sound of tearing flesh and gnashing jaws, and the desperate cries of a woman about to meet her end. Noises so horrific must come from the depths of the void. Attempting to track the source, we find a desperate champion struggling with a wild stag, her blade wedged between the beast's jaws but her grip beginning to falter. Oh. Okay. So I can send in our Master of the Hunt to help. The woman deserves my help, or I won't risk my life for this. I'll send in my Master of the Hunt. We beat the stag. Fantastic. And now we've arrived home. Cool. Our 9,000 troops will march upon these guys. Good. Also, just want to have a look at this. We're not a level 1 hunter, and we're not a level 1 wanderer. Okay, cool. You still get some bonuses just for being there, but yeah. We're not, we don't have the best bonuses available. Right. Attack. 9,000 versus 2,000. I think we got this. We got attentive care for 5 years, which gets us a massive disease resist boost. Nice. Talking about that, Hellstrom. You've got over your wound, however, you have not had any children yet. Okay. We captured an enemy combatant. Are they worth any money? Nope. Well, get executed. That's fine. Get to sieging. 2 years left on this siege. It's a little slow, but I'm happy to let this go. Factions against us aren't that powerful. That's because our army size is about doubled since the point where they were powerful. The reason it's taking so long is that we do not have enough siege men-at-arms to do it quicker. Okay. What in the world has happened to my ward? He is all bruised and beaten. He refuses to name who did this to him. So this is our ward, who is the child of you, who used to be the person who held Thorn, I think. Anyway, that's fine. Was it an older child, or did he pester a noble to the point of fury? Now he's all but stopped talking, constantly hides away when there are people nearby. Poor boy. So we can say you can be shy, there are enemies everywhere, or you have to run. You can be shy. I mean, we're shy, we'll just pass this down. It's their fault for putting us in charge of his education. Purchase truce. You would like to purchase a truce with us. Okay. We'll move this to the side. So that's Hellstrom down there would like a truce for 15 years for 155 gold. Alright. To the thoughtful Queen Beam Mota of Shadowfen, you and I should be friends, not foes. Please accept this gift in exchange for your signature on a treaty of mutual goodwill. That seems fine to me. I mean, we could have attacked them within the next 15 years, but honestly, there are other targets if we want to attack somebody. You know, might as well just be at peace. So our hatchling here, so this is our third child, has now had their first teething. My leave, my daughter hatchling in a wet nurse braid into my chamber. Makala poses like a herald and proclaims, "My liege, you witnessed a monumental occasion. Hatchling has a gift to offer you. Go ahead, Hatchling, tell her." "Mother, I lost a tooth." You'd say, "Lovely, but keep your tooth. A gift befits a gift," which is apparently something because I'm ambitious, or I don't have time for this. Well, let's do the thing because I'm ambitious. We will give them some money for the tooth. So now we have a tooth. Is the tooth any good? Now that's the next question. Not particularly, no. We aren't working with great stuff though, but it's still pretty bad. Now, what we could do is we could destroy it for 40, thereby making a profit, and I did that, yeah. It might seem a little cold-hearted, but I need the money. A strange noise. I arrived back at my stronghold after a long, lonely walk. Another year passed, another year older. I was born this day 29 years ago. The older I get, the more I cherish the relationships I've cultivated over the years. So it saddens me I have not heard from my husband, Juan Omnisus, or any of my friends today. I trudge along to my chambers, loneliness impeding my lazy feet when I hear a clang and hushed whispers from down the hall. Oh yeah, I'm jumping out the window. There's absolutely no way I'm going to a birthday party. We'll get unpredictable for 5 years. Yeah. Mismanaged development. You managed to slow construction in Stormhold, despite there being no construction. That is truly impressive. Hellstrom has just expanded into the Leal of Hellstrom. Okay. Interesting. Our priest is preaching a unorthodox doctrine, and I lost some piety. Okay. 15 months left on the siege. We're about to be attacked. Great, please attack us. I learned of Chirasu's attempted murder secret. My acclaimed knight. Who did you attempt to murder? That's the question. Ara Drethen. You are forgiven. You attempted to murder Itizai. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have done that. Oh wait, no, so it's Nasa Kasa I've forgiven. I don't really forgive you. You attempted to murder just some random person. So, but the stupid immortal person you tried to murder. Okay, I'm going to blackmail you, and that's going to get me a strong hook, which means you can't act against me. Wonderful. You've invited me to a feast. I shall decline as I am busy. Need a guardian for my daughter Hatchling. Do we have anybody who has some kind of education trait here? No. You managed to be 400 years old and you didn't manage to get an education trait? I suppose you were in prison for a lot of that time. Okay, in which case we'll find somebody. So, who's educating my son? My son is being educated... wait a second. There we go. Do it the right way. Being educated by you. You don't have another ward. You can educate my daughter as well. You. Yep, that's fine. We'll send you off down there. What education is my daughter doing? Stewardship? Yeah, that seems fine. Yeah, I'm not against it. I'm not really against any of them, so... let you have whatever education you happen to get. I'd be happy to educate your daughter. Wonderful. We have captured somebody, and that means we don't need to finish the siege if we don't want to. However, we could ransom them for some money. I'm going to ransom you back, and then I'm going to win via just winning. Also just going to get rid of you two. Wonderful. But thank you for the 50 gold. Neighboring ruler won a war. My son and heir was captured. What? Let him go. Hey, 200. Yeah, let him go. I'll pay the 200. Don't capture my heir. So that's in a war down at the south here apparently. Wait, how did he get captured? Like he got captured in a raid. Okay, but what we? Oh, you were raiding that. I see. You got raided there. I understand. Ugh, well, that's annoying. Anyway, divine focus. Since about a month back, I've been having a recurring dream in which I discuss theology of the hist, the hist, and the hist. Perhaps they've chosen me to spread their word and reward me with my blessings in turn. I pray to the hist, the hist, the hist, or I cannot presume to be chosen. I don't know. I could pray to the hist for I don't know. I just say I cannot presume to be chosen. Sure. That's fine. Right. We spent 200 gold getting our son back. Okay, and then sent him back immediately back to where he was raided, I assume. And then we win the siege. Oh, not quite. Message saying that our daughter has safely arrived. I think I will defeat your army while I'm here. Yeah, do a little execution here. That's fine. Next. We'll wait for this army to attack us. Okay. I mean, that still gets me fame, which is quite nice. Yeah. And then we'll enforce demands. This gets us more fame, and we get a weak favor hook on this person. The reason we get a weak favor hook on this person is it's a de jure war, so because she holds the de jure duchy, the title goes to her. So that makes sense to me. Yeah, happy with that. Enforce demands. Wonderful. We'll disband. Is there anything I can do with that? You're not paying me anything? What? It literally went through everyone last time. How can you not be paying me anything? Okay, well, there you go. Now you're paying me something. How many do we have? We have 10,000 troops now. That's pretty good. I suppose she could have recently taken over? Oh, that's possible. Right, let's check that, actually. Did she recently inherit? That would give us an answer. So I go here. Title history. She was granted the title 2 years ago. So I gave her the title 2 years ago. So yeah, probably didn't recently inherit, like probably inherited after we did the, or sorry, before we did the fame thing. So yeah, I probably just missed her on the list. Okay, cool. Right. Well, that seems pretty good. We got any other land which is just as your ours? Well, apparently the bottom of Hellstrom is, but you're my ally, right? Yeah, as is other Hellstrom. So no, apart from that, we have no land which is rightfully ours that we do not currently hold. Oh, wait, never mind. We, by right, should have this land at the edge of House Dres. We should have the Duchy of the Domaic Isles. Okay, and it's de jure part of the Black Marsh. House Dres, how many troops do you have left? 1.7, huh? Well, I mean, while we're thinking about war, by rights, this is ours, so I'll have it. Yeah. We're not even declaring wars really for things that we shouldn't even have right now. We're just declaring wars for things that are de jure ours. So let's do it. Hatchlings first enrobing. As I patiently await the fetching of my clothes, the servant stutters, my lord, no one can find your garments. I'm surrounded by incompetence, I mutter, storming from my bedchamber. It's in the nursery of my son that I discovered not only the raiments, but also the boy's wet nurse. I played no part in it, my liege, he dressed himself. I'd say, little scoundrel, he's a prince of fashion. I don't have time for this, so I guess he's a prince of fashion. Unconditionally. As I lean over the map in my council chamber, a sudden creak turns my head to the door. My son appears in the hallway, saunters into the room. Seemingly uninterested in my presence, then without a warning, I am enclosed in a tight hug. He quickly lets go of an embarrassed expression. I look at him, a hidden tear in my eye, while my hand is squeezing his shoulder in an effort to reciprocate the gesture. Do not cry, you're a good son. Okay. Well, after that emotional moment, we're going to split our army in two. Which one has... Alright, so you have the wizards. You're going to head over there. The other army, we're going to send up this way. So you're going to end up going... Let's go to Weko for... Well... No, I'd prefer for you to go with the cheap... No, I'm cheaping out. I'd prefer for you to take the route up here. For now. And then we can move you somewhere else later. Okay. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, go to Mar. Wonderful. Right. You've converted from Patru to Hapslate. Okay, that doesn't bother me at all. Neither of those affect me whatsoever. That's a lot of troops you have raised. Is that your full... Wait. Is that their entire army? Yes, it is. Well... yes, it is. That is their entire army. Okay, cool. Well, I guess you guys can probably start going over somewhere to siege next then. It's fine, I just felt we didn't need the whole army on this one. We need to repair this journal. How much is it to repair? 38? Now it's a tough choice, because this journal is not very good. I'll pay to repair it, because we have nothing else right now. Learning perk. We have now taken Apostate. So it makes different faiths like us, but most importantly, if we go and have a look at our religion, and we go convert, that costs us 420 to convert. That is much, much better. Okay, cool. So we probably want to start thinking about converting soon if we're going to convert. Although, remember, there's actually no reason to convert right now, like immediately. Because we still need to get the innovations, and we're still not there on the innovations. Does it tell me how far I'm through? Sometimes it does. No, it doesn't, so I have no idea. So we'll just have to see on that one. Presumably at some point it will advance, but yeah, just need to wait. My ward hatchling. Wait, are you my ward? Wait. Oh, this is okay. They're all called hatchling. This is my guest one. Okay. Has been asking me for a wooden warrior for a long time. I told him I would get one in 3 months if he displayed more focus in his studies. Ever since I made the promise, he has been redoubling the effort in his studies. I don't think we needed to deceive him. I think we'll give him the wooden warrior that he asked for. I don't think we're necessarily a deal breaker. Okay. They're going to attack me, I think, or they're going to get on boats. Either way, it doesn't bother me. Egg has been laid. Stone of glass. As I struggle to make out the tiny letters on the scroll before me, I feel a headache building once again. Why do scribes insisting on writing in such small symbols? I squint and try again. Nothing short of a miracle. With the aid of a stone of glass, even old women struggling with bad eyesight could read with ease. So I can ask somebody for help, I can get a stone, or sell everything which is impossible to read. I will pay for this stone. We'll learn how to read. White piece. No? What a ridiculous statement. Like, I would like white peace. Why? You're winning the war. Oh, okay. I mean, we're not winning yet, which is why he offered it. It's because taking war score was about to start. We didn't gain any war score, I think, but yeah, it is kind of funny that they're like, would you like white peace? And the answer is just like, no, not really. It doesn't really do anything for me, white peace. Kind of just a waste of my time. You know what we'll do, actually? There's no rush for this army heading in here. Let's split it in two. And then we'll send one here and one here. We'll just reinforce before we head in. And resupply and all that sort of stuff. Right, head to the next holding. Capture some prisoners in the siege. You worth any money? Yeah, we'll get 10 gold for you. And what? Execute you. Wonderful. Right. Much easier dealing with prisoners when you really, like, when you can just execute them at a whim. It's good. The last time I saw Nasa Tilzult, she was surreptitiously getting rid of my yellow hat because yellow is an unlucky color for people of my birth. The time before, I had to accompany her on a ridiculously long detour to avoid a sleeping black cat. It's unlucky, she said. I don't even want to remember the time she thought she had lost her lucky amulet. However, as I catch her throwing away half of my precious salt just because it had been spilled, I feel my patience wearing thin. And say, what if it's true? Let me show you the error in your ways. Blasphemous beliefs or nonsense. As my sister, I can just go blasphemous beliefs and we're no longer close. I'm sorry, sister. Your beliefs are blasphemous and my level of devotion to my faith has gone up. The seat of sundered kings. For too long, the ruby throne has remained vacant. For too long, nobody truly came close to restoring the empire. By now, Kolovia and Ibane, the two halves of Cyrodiil, have estranged themselves so much they are once again as disconnected as they have last been since the days before Emperor Remen united them both in the first place. From this day on, Ibane and the Kolovian estates are once again considered their own entities, and Cyrodiil is but a distant memory. So I'm assuming, yeah, that means that these are now high, so these are now high kingdom titles. So, Because neither the High Kingdoms of Cyrodiil nor the Cyrodiilic Potenate have existed in 50 years, these bunch of things become de jure of Colovian Estates, these things become de jure of Nibene. I assume there's an event to merge them back together again later if somebody happens to unite everything. We have a new daughter. Okay. Who was born under the ritual sign. Strange things happen around them. Okay. Need a little bit more piety there. And this daughter is immediately in line to a kingdom. So this means our land will split in 3 upon succession. Currently. How are you guys looking? You resupplied? Not completely. We'll wait a little bit on this. Maybe one more. I need a new egg tender, apparently. There you go. Put someone new in there. I think one more tick. There we go. Right. Go over there. Wonderful. Back down this way. We have now taken this, which now means I believe that we hold the entire war goal. Anyone we can ransom? Nope. Well, guess what? Getting executed. Right. Clear those out. Next thing for us to do, probably to head in here to Balakas and just siege up this way. Expectations. You are always there for me, and I hope you know that I'm grateful. My ward approaches me in a rare display of courage and openness. And say, when I need it, I expect you to be there for me too, or that's what it takes to be a guardian. I'll say I expect them to be with me too. New war, I'm the new target of the Lakemere War for the trial of... for the trail of Buwo Busa. Enemy discovered planar assemblies. Okay, so planar assemblies gets us fortified tribal hold. Unlimited crown authority. Okay. Next one we want to work on. It could be this one. That makes it 14 years. This is 30 years. How much is it without us? 29 years. If we think that this is our final one, it's probably worth doing. As if we think that's all we need, it's probably worth doing. Otherwise, it's not. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's just count from up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that right? 11? Yeah, 11. Plus an extra 8. So we're at 19. We need to hold 70%. So... So like 5 or so. Like not 5. So, like 14 or so. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so that's probably not going to be our last one, I think. Unless I'm just completely wrong here. Maybe work on something else that we might want. Battering rams are probably useful, although... Maybe development growth, maybe the currency development growth would be useful. Yeah, I'm assuming that we're not there yet, right? No, we're not there yet. It says military and civic, actually, doesn't it? It says military and civic specifically. Oh, which means it doesn't include cultural, which was my question last time. It specifically says it doesn't. Anyway, what did you declare on me for? This thing down here? You probably declared my vassal who inherited some land. In fact, that looks almost certainly like what happened, given that... Yeah, there's some new land down here. My leaf whisperer appears to have expanded. Yeah, why don't you tell me the history of this holding? Inherited, granted. What about the history of the duchy? Yeah, okay. Swore fealty. Oh, this guy just swore fealty to me. Wait a second. Oh no, the duchy swore fealty to him, or he swore fealty to the duchy? This swore fealty is how he got the duchy. So whoever previously held the duchy swore fealty to him. Yeah, so you inherited and then swore fealty and then... I don't know. Anyway, that's how it ended up in that situation. Oh, that's the... Yeah, that's the whole duchy. No, I want the de jure duchy. Yeah. That does say swore fealty still. Yeah, I have no idea how we ended up with that title, but it does look like this guy probably got it somehow. Okay. How many troops do you have? Not a lot. Hey, you've got a new destination. New destination is Lakemere. Go. That's fine. Also, how long has this been lasting? 50 days ago. Okay, cool. Right. Carry on. These guys are now sieging some land over here. 6 months left on it. Zeech has been built in Nenria, so we now have a Zeech in Nenria. Cool. So we can now start upgrading NAS at some point. You know what we're going to do with this one? You're going to go here and then here. There we go. Action created against us to install somebody else in charge. I'm not really into that, but that's fine. Right. Our friend died. Oh no, Princess Kudmir of Thorn is dead. Oh. Okay. Well, it's not good. Gem in the Rough. During one of our lessons in my son's chambers, I noticed a collection of rocks neatly displayed on the shelf. You do still have a guardian, right? Yeah. Because of getting events like he's at home, which I was a little confused about, but that's fine. One of the stones stands out in the collection. It is quite rough, but upon closer inspection, there is a deeply red, brilliant hue contained within. Notices my interest, picks it up, and hands it over. You can have it, Mother. He gave us a rough gemstone, which gives us learning plus a little prestige. Now, that is actually better than some of the stuff that we're using. Probably better than this, I think. Yeah, there we go. I messed it up. There we go. Right, that's probably fine. Okay. Back to your sieging. New learning perk. We can move down this way. Let's keep going on this one. Let's get scholarly circles and at least get to learn on the job so we can get our skills boosted a little bit by our counselor skills. Right. I think they're going to de-siege something here. They are indeed. Okay. You're heading over this way. How long is it going to take you to finish this one? 20 days. That's fine. We'll let you finish. Right. I want you to make your way down here and to boat bomb them if you can. We have a new hist protector. That's fine. And it's lost a rank, which is also fine. Oh, we do have a new one. Oh, well, that's fine then. Okay. It cost us 39 to get on this boat, but that's okay. Make our way over here. We got 50% war score from winning the battle. Great. So now we're going to just win the war by winning the siege, which is 8 months. Cool. Back to this side. Purchase truce. Who's this? Yeah, I have absolutely no plans to attack you. I'll accept the truce for 85 gold for 15 years. That's fine. Not a huge problem. We have anywhere else that's low in control? No. Invite me to hunt. I'm busy. You can switch back onto train commanders now. Right, land on this army. Do what was in CK2 known as boat bombing, where you just basically land your army on top of them from the boats. Not as good in this game. In CK2 there was, at least for a while, I don't know if the game ended in that state, but for a while it didn't matter, like if you attacked from boats, there was no like real penalty for it. In this game, obviously, you get the disembarking penalty, but it doesn't really apply when you have a much larger army. Right, commander promoted. My war teacher very hesitantly brings my guest, Cal Dirshien, to me. Princess Pasha has asked me to promote Cal Dirshien to the honor of commandership, but I believe you might want to have a say in the matter beforehand. Okay. So this guy joins my army. He'll be upset if he's fired within 20 years. He doesn't seem that good. Would he not prefer to be as a courtier, or my army is not a nursery? Yeah, you can be my courtier, that's fine. Yeah, why not? Doesn't really bother me. I mean, he does have a wife. He could just be in his wife's court, but whatever. Right, make your way back over here. Keep following this army. We will eventually wipe it, which we did. Oh, our army is still split in two here. Alright, yeah, split in two and reinforced then. How are we doing over this way? Well, we're about to get 100%, I think. Yes. Wonderful. I can get 50 for you. I can execute you. Wonderful. Let's do that first. Get our 50 gold for that person. We still have 100% war score because we hold all of the land, so we're going to enforce demands to get some more money. Right. This army. They're de-sieging up here. Why don't you use the money that you just gained to buy passage up to their land and siege it. Cool. Vassal taken prisoner. A faction targeting you is disbanded because your vassal was taken prisoner. So that was this dude? No? Somebody else? Okay, anyway. I think it's, oh, it was this dude. Taken prisoner by Moon March in a war against the tyranny. Sacred text. I'm out for a stroll around the market. A merchant calls me over, insisting on something that will pique my interest. The scent of drying herbs and foreign tinctures overwhelms my senses as I approach the stall. He is rifling through his collection of dusty tomes and other treasures. After some digging, the merchant produces an old book and insists I need it for what will come. Okay, I'll pay for it. Charting of the Human Body. Yeah, that's a pretty good book. It's a pretty solid book you've got me there. It's not good compared to what we might have been working with in other series, but a plus stat book is probably better than this. There we go. Let's equip it. Health boost. Yeah, learning lifestyle experience. Not the worst. Yeah, perfectly acceptable. Sacred text, bibliomancy. As I'm putting away my newly acquired chart in the human body, a slip of parchment falls out. Upon it are instructions for a practice called bibliomancy, where one might divine their fortune from passages of a book. All I need to do is open this text to a random spot and read the first fateful verse my eyes might fall upon. Okay. I follow the instructions to the letter and select a passage at random from the text before me. Shivering with anticipation, I open my eyes and read, "Fear is the mind killer. A coward dies 1,000 tiny deaths, yet a valiant man dies but once. What am I to make of it? Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration, requires further research, or what utter nonsense." Let's say it requires further research. You know, that seems to be how we handle most things. I finally cracked the mysterious passage from charting the human body and feel much wiser for it. Thanks to the merchant, the threads of fate suddenly appear more clearly to me. Fear may well be the mind killer, but I've faced my fear. Without fear, I die but once. New learning perk. We'll take scholarly circles, which gives us learning per level of devotion, so we go from 27 to 35 learning. Also, that gives us a lot more piety per month. Hatchling comes of age. So this is our son Hatchling, Prince Hatchling. He became an intricate web weaver. Nice. Let's see if he what name he chooses for himself, and if we get an event for it. Okay. Right. Where are my armies? Oh, you're still moving. That's fine. Faction created against us. Let's not worry about it. We're waiting until the 5th month, and that's when we'll check his name. I know our army's starving, but I'm not that worried about it. My ward and his little friend had taken a copy of the Hiss teachings from the study and brought it into the playroom. They spent hours trying to understand what was written on the pages, talking about the Hiss and the many mysteries of the divine. Hatchling seems to have developed a deep respect for the words of the Hissed faith. We can say that he used to be humble, cynical, or content. You do well treating the holy words with reverence. I think that's fair, given that we're zealous. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay. Call to war. I call you to honor our alliance and join me in the Hellstrom conquest of the Leal of Greenspring. Okay. I'm in. Do you need me? Sort of. Yeah, I accept. Yeah. Sort of need me. With us in it, it's an easy war. With us out of it, it's still a winnable war, but not as easy. So what we're probably going to do... no, I don't want to move them, because they're keeping it safe from House Dres. Okay. So you're going to go to... Oh, this is an island I can't get off of otherwise. Okay, new plan. You're going to head... You're going to split in two. Right. One group is going to go here. The other group is going to go here. They're going to go and basically just reinforce and resupply over there. And then we'll leave these guys on this island for now, and they'll come over later. Prisoners-wise, none of them are worth any money, so we'll execute them all. Right? And I think what we're going to do there is we're going to leave the episode on that. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.